A very happy Saturday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz, and today is a first alert weather day. We are tracking very heavy rain that's going to move in over the area, but it's not just today. This is going to be off and on until early next week. But first, I wanted to talk about earthquakes that we had in the region over the last 24 hours. One occurred Saturday morning, roughly about 3:45 a.m. around the Auburn area in King County. Magnitude 3.4. If you felt it, let us know and make sure you let USGS know as well. We've seen so many reports from you just coming in over the last couple of hours, early this morning as well. The one yesterday over British Columbia, magnitude 4.8. Initially, it came in as magnitude 5.1, but then after further research and then digging through the data, USGS determined that it was a 4.8. And so the one in King County, magnitude 3.4, is minor, often felt, but no damage, whereas the one in British Columbia, noticeable shaking. So that is a lighter earthquake in terms of the damage or what people felt. So let's talk about the weather now and what we are expecting into the weekend, because again, we have an incoming atmospheric river that's taking aim at the Pacific Northwest. It is going to bring us rounds of heavy rain, gusty winds this weekend and early next week. And with our snow levels coming way up, river rises are expected into early next week. So once again, first alert weather day. This may get extended into Sunday as well, because once again, the threat doesn't end today and tonight. But today, increasing rain this afternoon, evening, heavy rain, and then we'll have gusty winds as well. We'll have wind gusts maybe in excess of 30 miles per hour Sunday, Monday, and potentially into Tuesday as well. But then by the middle half of the week, we'll start to dry things out once again. So the big picture, we have so much moisture that's coming in off of the Pacific, and it's going to fuel the atmosphere for some really heavy rain. So heavy rain is going to be our main concern in the mountains and the lowlands. However, backcountry avalanches also going to be a big concern. There is an avalanche warning in place for the Olympics and the Cascades. And as I mentioned, gusty winds will be around at times, and then river flooding. We'll have to watch out for that to see where some of the heaviest rain falls, but we'll have to continuously monitor the situation as it evolves. For the snow levels, coming up to at least 6,000 feet today, tomorrow, so falling as rain at the ski resorts, dropping back down to near pass level early in the week, and so we'll get that rain and snow mix once again. But it's really Tuesday when we'll have that window of opportunity to add on to some of that snowpack. But for the rain, this is a lot of rain that we're expecting over the span of the next 3 days. This is an estimate, but showing that the highest totals, 4 to 6 inches, maybe higher than that over the Olympics. The water has to go somewhere, melting some of that snow, and so that's why we are concerned about some of those river rises, especially for the Skokomish River. Again, I'll break this all down for you coming up, but in the Cascades, roughly 3 to 5 inches, some maybe even higher than that, and generally, again, above 6,500 feet, we'll get some of that snow. So the higher elevations going to get in on some pretty decent snow. In the lowlands, including Seattle, about 2 to 3 plus, and then we'll likely get at least somewhat of a rain shadow from the Admiralty Inlet, maybe up to the island. So that's where we'll have some of the lowest rain totals. With all of that being said, there is a flood watch in place starting Sunday morning through Tuesday night. Heavy rain, the heaviest rain is going to fall today, and again at times over the next couple of days, but it's going to be excessive runoff. That water has to go somewhere. River rises, creeks, streams, low-lying areas, think downtown, some of the interstates as well with the ponding on the road. So once again, going to watch that carefully. The river level forecast, at least as of Saturday morning, there is a flood warning in effect for the Skokomish at Potlatch, but also watching Snoqualmie at Carnation. It may enter moderate flood stage by Sunday night, but this could change. We just have to see where some of the heaviest rain sets up. Additionally, there is a wind advisory in place for the coast, as well as the inlet and the islands, Whatcom and Skagit County. This is through 7 o'clock this evening. Wouldn't be surprised to see some more wind advisories issued over the next couple of days, but this is where we'll have some of the strongest winds. Notice Seattle, at least as of Saturday morning, not under this wind advisory, but we'll still get some wind gusts in excess of 20, maybe 30 miles per hour at times. So through the afternoon, that's when winds will really begin to ramp up. You see even for the South Sound, Southwest Interior, seeing some wind gusts potentially over 30 miles per hour, but the strongest winds really going to be confined to the Northwest Interior and the coast. Once again, we'll get another wave of heavy rain and some gusty winds, and so we could get some wind gusts pretty widespread into the area Sunday evening, maybe 30, 40 miles per hour. Then they die down, but we'll get another wave of rain into late Monday, and that's when we could get another wave of some gusty winds, primarily in the afternoon and evening. Here's a view from Queen Anne this morning. You can see the rain's coming down, but this is not the heaviest rain. The heaviest rain arrives afternoon and off and on through the evening. High temperatures going to be well above normal in the 50s, maybe even a few spots flirting with 60 degrees. Into the afternoon, evening, once again, we are in first alert weather mode because this is when we'll have the most impactful weather, especially in the Seattle area. If you're going to the Sounders game or just going out downtown, anything like that, just take it easy out there. Timing wise, here's what we're thinking. Into the afternoon, you see how rain quickly spreads from west to east over Puget Sound and then arriving 1, 2, 3 o'clock or so, give or take a couple of hours. But you see the reds, you see the oranges. That's indicating some of those heavier pockets of rain. And notice up in the mountains, you don't see a lot of the blues and purples except for the highest elevations because of those high snow levels. So expecting rain in the mountains, especially the Central and South Cascades. Into late tonight, we'll just get off and on rain. You see this is 9 o'clock into midnight, overnight. We're just still going to get a lot of that rain, maybe some dry time for the northwestern portion of the state. Kicking things off Sunday morning, a couple of showers out there, but as the day gets going, once again, we're going to get more waves of rain, going to have moderate to heavy rain as well, a break Sunday night and into early Monday morning. Then we get that next round, another system rolling in, maybe Monday morning into the second half of the day. The timing could definitely change between now and then, but again, some moderate to heavy rain at times, but snow levels start to come down during the day on Monday, and then there you have it, some more blue starting to fall over the passes. So going to have that rain and snow mix once again. So you see how the snow levels come back down. We're mostly dry into Wednesday into Thursday, but even then we'll likely have snow levels come up just a little bit. In fact, Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially into next weekend, temperatures may peak into the mid and upper 50s, maybe a couple of 60s out there as well. Let's pick things back up into Tuesday morning. As you see, all of that's indicating up in the mountains, the Cascades and the Olympics, we have that snow, maybe a little bit of a mix, but still coming closer to pass level. Here's Tuesday morning. We'll have rain in the lowlands, and then the rain is going to wrap up into Tuesday night, maybe even sooner than that. And then we could get maybe a couple of showers into Thursday. But it's really after Tuesday, we'll dry things out. So we'll get a break from the heavy rain. We need the rain. We are under a drought, a moderate drought, even in Seattle and up in the mountains as well. We just don't need it all at once. And we really don't need the snow to melt up in the mountains. But Monday through Wednesday, once snow levels come back down, this is not a high resolution model. This is the European model, so we'll have to fine tune it as it gets a little closer, but it gives us an idea that we are going to add back to that snowpack as we head into the middle half of the week. So it's not going to be a prolonged snow melt because, again, we don't need that, but it is going to be something we have to watch for, especially over the next 72 hours and maybe into Tuesday as well. But once we get that break from the rain and snow levels come back down, then we'll have less of a concern for any river flooding. Now, again, let's go over the 7-day. As you see, temperatures in the coming days going to be in the 50s, but it's Thursday when we could reintroduce a couple of more showers into Wednesday. That's likely going to be one of our warmer days. We'll start things off with a little bit of fog. We'll have some sunshine into the afternoon, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of people hanging outside on Wednesday. And then into Friday, we'll have partly sunny skies once again with highs in the mid and upper 50s. With all of this being said, since we do want to keep you informed, you'll find this extended forecast on King 5 Plus and on YouTube. Go ahead and download King 5 Plus on your TV. It's free, and you can always find the latest. Meteorologist Adam Claiborne will also be in this afternoon and evening, and he'll bring you the latest.